What up, world?
It's your boy Jimbo,
I'm that guy, Joe.
and welcome to another little patio episode.
Patio Pours with an O-Bot short. We are gonna keep this fucker a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit these two brews. We actually never heard of either of these brews. We're gonna do one from Third Wheel. Third Wheel is St. Charles?
St. Peter's,
St. Peter's, okay. And Made in Mill out of Festus. We're familiar with both these brewers. We've had several beers from them in the past, but we just had never heard of either of these. So we got the Third Wheel pouring up right now. Clutch It Pilsner. Look at this can art. Yeah, it's dope. That's dope. Love it. Bad bitch. Live life in the fast lane. Third Wheel, yeah, out of St. Peter's. Let's see. Do they tell us anything?
Is it a Pilsner?
Yeah.
Clutch It Pilsner.
Pills, Third Wheel Brewing. No. I don't think they really tell us anything. 4.9. Yeah, fuck it. Pilsner time. Here, we'll get that little cap off there. Yeah. I mean, for a lighter lager, that's a beautiful head.
Beautiful head.
Look at that, man. I mean, look at the fucking bubbles on that shit. Be trying to show y'all a little bit better, but it never does any justice. Oh, did he get something?
No, he's just barking at the neighbors.
Does
That's
he kill
Odin.
things?
I don't know.
He hasn't killed anything yet? All right.
He hasn't killed anything
We'll find
yet.
out. My buddy that lives close to here, he's got a retriever that slaughters everything in the yard. Moles, voles, squirrels, like
Isla has tried to go after. We had
chipmunks,
moles.
everything. And yeah, they
I think
live
she
like
scared the moles away.
they live like maybe 5 minutes from here. And this retriever, he's such a savage. He kills everything and then like he rolls in it. Like they always have to spray him off because he wears it with pride. Smells nice, malty.
a nice malt to it. Not too heavy.
Oh yeah, actually, this was at the cooler at Friar Tuck's, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would expect it to be a little bit colder in that cooler, but I think it's like a perfect temp.
It's not bad.
It's not like frosty cold, but it's still got that crispness, that little
Which
snap.
for like a Pilsner, I kind of want that a little bit colder.
Yeah, I've totally noticed, because I notice this with German brews all the time. I love the flavors on all the German beers, all the lagers. I love the malts that they use. But when you let it warm up just a little bit,
Yeah.
the malt flavors specifically kind of just open up more. You know, it's not for everybody because it changes that flavor. And sometimes like the flavor gets like a little stronger.
And see, like I like malt,
I
but sometimes,
love it.
especially with like lagers and pilsners, I kind of want them like. I love a cold, frosty cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a beer like this. Well, I guess that's kind of what I mean. It's very light, easy drinking. If you have this in a chilled mug and it's super cold, oh man, like the weather's perfect today. It's not hot, but it's pretty warm. It's pretty much a beer you can just chug down. But when it's warmed up a little bit, like it's not room temp. I mean, I don't know what the temperature is on this, but it can't be
Maybe like 45 maybe.
That's what I was gonna say. It can't be like 35 degrees in this glass right now. But I feel like, yeah, I'm not chugging it the same, but the reason really is because I'm enjoying it more. It makes me want to sip on it more because the flavor profile.
You know, on the flip
opens
side
up.
of that though, sometimes like you get shit too cold. You ever been to Twin Peaks?
Mm-hmm.
Where they give you a frosted mug and they have the little temperature
beer's
thing
really
and their
cold.
beer's like 32.5. And then there's like chunks of ice that turn up in your beer. I'm like, nah.
And with something like this, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, dude, for a craft pills, it's good, and I'm just slamming it down because it's frosty cold and you're not getting half the flavor. But this temp right here is like perfect, man. I love it.
So what's the other one we got?
Thursday Night Incident from Made in Mill. You guys know we love Made in Mill. It is a Thursday here.
It is a Thursday.
In St. Louis. This probably won't get posted till tomorrow on a Friday, but it's a Thursday incident. Thursday Night Incident. New England double IPA with Citra, Mosaic, and El Dorado.
Oh, three of my favorites. I mean,
all good new school hops. Super fire. It's 8%. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. So
you can't see it, but Odin's like freaking out in the yard a little bit. He loves the hose. And he can hear somebody else's hose going off right now.
That's hilarious. So
y'all might have caught a glimpse of my new buddy. He was in another episode, but he's my little like 6-7 month old new pup.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, the Cascade.
She's sexy. It's okay. sometimes you just got to go in, make it look like the damn commercials. So, I work part-time, mainly for fun. I pick up my buddy's restaurant. It's my little cash flow job. I go run the front of house at my friend's restaurant sometimes. And I was working there recently. I was like, I have to talk about this on the fucking podcast, because I'm like, you know what? We're all trying to not be that fucking guy. This is why we talk shit on old people, and this is why women talk shit on men sometimes. Because you just have to be this fucking macho dickhead. So old people come in, and when I say old, I mean older than 70, not older than us. Like, no, they were older people, the couple generations older. Yeah. And this fucking guy always had that grumpy man fucking walk and scowl on his face. And whatever, man, I can deal with your dumb shit. But, oh, there you go, good boy. You're a craft beer guy, too. Anyway, this fucking guy, he asked me, I'm like, hey, what can I get you folks to drink today? This fucking guy asked me, what kind of beers do you have on tap? And I tell him, because it's a small family-owned place, we don't have, like, a lot of taps. Got Budweiser, we got Bud Light on tap, we got several in bottles. And this fucker looks at me like, he looks up at me all, like, ugly. And he was like, do I look like the kind of man to drink a Bud Light? And I totally was sensing that, like, this is a political thing. You're talking about the current situation of Bud Light. Yeah. You're not just saying that pussy Bud Light. Yeah. And he just kind of looked at me like, who the fuck you think you're talking to? He's the one that asked what we have on tap. And I was like, just telling you what we have on tap, sir.
Over here, buddy.
I'm like, just telling you what we got on tap, sir. And he was like, I'll have a Budweiser. And I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Glass or bottle? He's like, I'll take the bottle.
Are you sure it's not a pussy Bud Light thing then? Because I
maybe.
feel like if you were that upset by the political thing, Bud and Bud Light are the same.
Maybe, but he's an old St. Louis guy. Yeah. So maybe I'm gonna give fucking Budweiser. But here's where I really notice, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're just being a fucking old man dickhead, aren't you? Because he asked for a bottle. I bring him the fucking bottle. And I come back around with whatever the hell I come back, and he looks at me and he was like, how about a nice glass so I can drink that beer appropriately and not be sucking out the bottle? And just kind of looked at me like, fucking, don't bring me that gay shit. It was totally the vibe. Yeah, I was like,
oh, is that too foul?
And I was like, you'd like a glass? Sure, no problem. That's all you got to say. Got him a glass and brought it over, and I was just like, what a fucking old school, don't bring me that gay shit type dude. I was just like, what the fuck, guy? I'm like, yeah, don't be that guy. I'm like, as beer drinkers, as men, I'm like, yeah, not trying to be that fucking guy. And he had that little timid old lady wife who would barely say anything,
She's about to get smacked if she speaks out of
dude. That was so fucking weird, and I was just like, what an old dickhead,
Smells nice.
So I could drink this beer proper and not be sucking on the bottle.
You're the one that asked for a bottle.
You could ask for a glass too.
Yeah.
It made me think, wait a minute. Do I suck on the bottle when I drink beer out of a bottle? I was like, wait a minute. Am I
I do have one buddy that puts his lips all the way over the beer. And we give him shit, we give him shit every time.
That's not really the most hetero habit.
He's done it since college. We're like, what the why do you do that?
He started it in college.
He's done it since we were in high school, probably. Where did you learn how to drink a beer that way? It's just you drink your beer. Yeah, it's good.
Main and Mill. No, dude,
juicy.
I forgot I was going to tell you this our last episode, but we got some real shit. If you guys haven't checked it out, you got to watch episode 104. For real, one of our most realist little segments. We're turning life around in positive ways, doing good.
Yeah, on that note, I had my first fucking training session today. Oh, buddy, if you can't tell by this, I'm out of shape.
Right, in case you haven't been able to tell, a little bit overweight.
This ticker right here was...
Start feeling it?
Oh, when I did not only the sled, but also when I was doing squats.
Yeah, man.
And I haven't done squats in God knows how long. I did my
barbell squats?
Yeah.
Weights? Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a cardio that people don't think about.
Wait till you wake up in the morning, you got to take a shit.
And tomorrow morning, and
you just fall on the toilet.
Just fall on the toilet.
You can only lower yourself so far, and then you just fall down, and you're like.
And then you got to be like, honey,
can you come give me a hand?
Can you come give me a hand?
You got to lock hands like this.
I have to be fucking sort of. And then to top it off, I'm leaving the gym, and my buddy from work calls me. He goes, "Hey man, we got a problem. Need you to come up to the dealership." I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, my legs are still, fucking White Goodman.
Yeah.
My legs are fucking shaking. I'm like walking into the dealership with my legs fucking shaking. And I wound up being up there for like an hour and a half longer than I intended to be.
Just because you're like, I'm not ready to.
No,
I'm not ready to
I
get
legit
up
had to.
yet.
I had to sit there and fucking handle some shit that just been a pain in my ass trying to ship $100,000 plus car across the country.
Fuckers,
dude.
Man, this beer is awesome.
This is fantastic. It's very juicy.
Rating wise, I would give this third wheel. What did we say? It's a Pilsner.
Yeah,
this Pilsner. I would give this a very strong okay. I really love the flavor of it. All summer long, we've been talking about craft lagers, Pilsners, Kolsch's, lighter craft beers. This is like, it's absolutely one.
Yeah.
I would put this there with a lot of the other lagers that I tell people that say they don't drink craft beer. I'm like, yeah, but fucking try this one. You know, I'm like, you drink plenty of lagers. Try this shit.
It's a better version of what you already drink.
Yeah, man. Strong okay. I love that. This fucker, that's a serious IPA.
That is a serious IPA.
Like, that first sip, I was just like, whoo, the hops.
I'm not used to having an 8% beer at, what is it, like 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
You know? You're like, ooh, this is a a 6 to 8 p.m. beer.
Absolutely, fuck yeah. And it totally is a lot juicier in mouthfeel and flavor than it looks.
It's got a soft mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Very silky.
I go out and get both of them. Right now, it's I know tomorrow, technically, or no, not tomorrow, Saturday is the first day of fall. So the beer season is here. It's time. Stock up on your Oktoberfest before they're out, for sure.
Get your Martins.
But while you can, go grab some of these summer brews while they're still on the shelves. Both
perfect
of these.
for like campfire.
Oh yeah, man. These are both great. This is a good nightcap.
Yeah.
If you're hanging out outside, and this is a good all day, every day.
That's while you're getting the fire going.
Oh yeah, this is a good float beer right here, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But friends, keep up with us.
Got the new solo stove over here for the.
Oh, dude, we're gonna have to get that throwing.
One. Yeah.
Yes. Keep up with our shit. Go back, check out episode 104 if you haven't watched it yet. It's a shorter one. I think we're like right at 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing good shit. We're back on our health stuff. We're changing habits and making good things happen. You're going to be seeing a lot more posts about it.
You're going to see Joe change a lot as he gets ready for Guns and Hoses, which we're all excited about. And then you're going to see me drop probably 40 pounds between now and Christmas.
Woo!
So you'll see me doing a lot less of this every episode.
So between the two of us,
you know,
we'll lose somewhere between 60 and 80 total.
We'll get back to pre-wedding weight, and because fuck.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm right at 228 right now. There's no way that
you can drink
there's no way that I'm going into that fight less than 215. I would think definitely like about 210 is my plan.
You can definitely drink. We're going to remind you that you can definitely drink. We did a lot of.
That was the whole point.
We did a lot more episodes when I was at D1.
Oh yeah, in a couple years ago in 2021,
60-some pounds.
Yeah, man.
You can.
So we're getting back at it. That was kind of that was one of our missions with this show. That like obviously our show is about craft beer and reviewing craft beers, but we definitely want to promote healthy habits because there's a lot of our craft friends out there that like you guys are in terrible health and you really don't have to be. It's not about looking pretty and looking athletic and being a certain size and whatever. No, just being healthier than you are a lot of times is all you really need to focus on. Like, shoot for 10 pounds less, you know?
Yeah.
Shoot for, like, one thing more a day that you don't normally do. Just be a little more active.
Shoot for one pant size down.
Yeah,
One of the biggest things, and my trainer and I talked about this, but you and I have talked about this, and I kind of, when I went to D1, my whole thing when I walked into D1 was I was not going to weigh myself for 3 months. For 90 days, I did not weigh myself. I just went in and did the work.
Just work.
And watched as clothes fit better.
Yeah.
Pants fit better. Shirts fit better. That is one of the biggest things is like, I absolutely do not agree with the overly body positive thing that's out there these days. We're like, healthy at any size. No, that's fucking factually incorrect. But
there's a level of truth, but when you don't do any work, it cannot be true. There are people that are very limber and way more athletic than you expect, and they're pretty chubby.
Go look at some of the D&O
athletes that are pretty chubby.
Go look at the D&O linemen.
Those kind of people are still active people. They're not living sedentary lives.
But the idea, you don't have to... there's not an ideal way. According to the BMI scale and whatever, I should be like 165 pounds. You've known me for the last 15 years. I am not ever a 165 guy.
But you should be within 210, 215.
Yeah, honestly, I should be within 190 to 200 for me to like legit be healthy.
But see, that gets back to my point though. But for you to be like in optimal health and to be in any level of athletic shape, for sure. But for you to be way healthier than you are now, for you to have a much stronger quality of life, for you to be a lot more able as a person, you don't have to weigh under 200. Yeah. And you're still going to carry some extra weight and stuff. Yeah. But still, like, no matter it's the same thing like for me, man, like my optimal, the very first time I ever stepped in the ring, I like, it was hard for me to make 185. I was hitting like 180, 181, you know.
Hey. Don't eat those berries.
At the same time, though, me sitting anywhere between 200 and 210, it's like, yeah, I got some body fat, there's a little bit more belly there and whatever. But I'm so much more healthy than being like where we are now, where we've let ourselves be, where it's like,
you don't have to look like to look like a personal trainer. And when you're
that's what I mean. You know, I used to tell people that all the time. When I first started coaching and I was like fucking pretty shredded up, I used to tell people that all the time. If you're not training for a goal, like to compete in something, you're not gonna go and fight, or you're not doing some fucking half marathon or something, then the goal is health when it comes to your fitness. And your health is not aesthetics. So you can be pretty fucking healthy and not have abs.
I mean, that was one of the things, like, even in high school and in college, when I was still playing sports, my doctor's like, yeah, ideally, you should be around, like, 165. I looked at my doctor and I go, bullshit. Have you seen me?
Right.
It's not even a fat content thing. It's like, dude, the way I'm built.
Yeah, you could go to basic training and probably still not hit 165.
Yeah, I'm coming out stocky.
You're still going to be 180, 185?
Dude, I have big traps. My arms get big quickly. I have a big chest when I work out. Dude, my thighs alone, like when I do my squats and shit, you're not getting me to 165 unless you put me through a marathon program.
You'd have to turn into like a runner.
Yeah, and it's just, that's not how I'm built. So,
and then you just get skinny.
You know, the whole BMI thing is true to an extent, but like, focus on your health. Yeah. Try to lose a pant size. You
got a dog? Take your dog for a fucking walk every day. You're not taking your dog for a walk, then that's literally, that's a step in a healthy direction. If you take your dog for a walk, cool. Do more walks a week than you normally do. Or go further. You do a 30-minute walk, do an hour walk.
If you're cutting off your airway when you're tying your shoe, it's time to work out.
Yeah.
Like if you're, after you tie your shoe, man.
I had a trainer tell me one of the most real-ass things. I had a trainer, we were all talking about, attacking problem areas. This was before I started coaching. We're all talking about our progress and shit, and everybody's body is different, right? So we're all talking about, I'm trying to work on this, I'm trying to work on that, and like what your focus is and how you're going about focus. And we're just basically gym talking, trying to share knowledge with each other. And I had a coach come over because we were talking about problem areas, and like the coach was like, he was like, just start brushing your teeth in your underwear. Brush your teeth in your underwear. Like, forget you want to work on your shoulders, you want to work on your back muscles. Cool, fine. Stand in the mirror and brush your teeth in your underwear. That'll show you what you need to work on. Oh my God, dude. Anybody ever did that? Yeah, try that shit. And then you'll know exactly where because you might have other problem areas you were focused on.
Yeah.
But that's going to show you right away, like, I need to stick to this and this and this.
Firm up them titties.
Right, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been our Thursday afternoon patio pours.
We're the fuck out of here.
We're out.